All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I think we're up to episode 18 of Tax Talk with Ethan Rooshock, the weekly live that I do on my channel. And as you'll see, tonight is going to be a bit of a celebration because it's exciting times because the channel has hit 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube, which is really exciting. So we're going to be doing a bit of a celebration, and there will be, I'm going to get this straight on the bat, there will be a giveaway announced tonight as soon as we've done the quiz. So keep tuned for that because there will be a giveaway. I'll put the details in the comments. It'll be given away on next week's live. So I'll have more details about that in a minute. So that's something I want to do to reward my community that supported me along the way, because to get to 1,000 subscribers has been really amazing. I cannot believe the support I've had along the journey. So I'll jump into tonight's quiz. So tonight's question is, when did I start this YouTube channel? So is it A, August 2020, B, September 2020, C, January 2021, or D, yesterday? So leave the answer in the comments. It's great to see some few people. G'day, Chris. How are you? I'm inspired by you hitting 1,000 subscribers the other week. So that's been awesome. I'm right behind you. So it's awesome to see some others in the YouTube community getting there as well. So I've got 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That would be amazing. I'm not sure if we're going to quite get there, but hey, if I could get to 10,000, that would be awesome. So hopefully one day I get to 10,000. I really want the 100,000 so we can get the thing sitting on the thing over there, the little plaque that you get. So I've got a couple guesses coming in. So we've got an A, so August 2020. We've got another one for August 2020. We've got a B for September 2020. Another B for September 2020. Cheers, Chris. Yep, you're coming in hot, man, just behind me. So, hey, I'm trying. There's lots of people that are well in front of people like us, but if you haven't checked out Chris's channel, go over there and check that out. He makes some really cool content. So, but yeah, tonight's going to be focusing on obviously my journey along the way. But obviously, for those that are new to the live, so I pretty much jump into this quiz to start with, just a fun way to interact with my community. Then I'll jump into a topic. So tonight's going to be talking about the 1,000 subscribers and talk about my journey of why I started the channel, what I'm hoping to achieve out of the channel, what kind of value I'm hoping to bring to people, and kind of what's next for the channel. I will answer some questions. This week I haven't got any questions that come in during the week, so I've been focused on this stuff. But if anyone does have any questions along the way, I'll answer them. So, and I will jump through some of my YouTube analytics just to kind of do that. And then obviously just talk about tax time and all those normal things that I do mention. So it's good to see we've had some variety so we've got 2 guesses for A and 2 guesses for B. No one's willing to roll the dice on January 2021. And surprisingly, no one's thinking I started it yesterday. So that's probably good. It means people are paying attention. So the answer to tonight's quiz question is B, September 2020. So I believe the date was the 8th or the 9th of September 2020 that I started this channel. So almost 12 months. We're at the 11-month mark, I think, a couple days ago. So we hit the 1,000 subscribers at about 11 months, which was pretty good because in my wildest dreams, I would have hoped to hit it after 12 months. Didn't think that was going to be possible, especially in January. So I think we're about 3 months in there, and I was at just over 100 subscribers then. I think 150 or something. So that growth in the last 9 months in particular has been crazy. So for anyone that is thinking about starting a channel, it can be slow. But yeah, well done to the couple people. So Chris got that one right, and so did Andrew. So well done, guys. So I will take that one off. And yeah, like I said, so tonight I'm announcing that I will be running a giveaway. Now, this is the first time that I have done a giveaway. So I'm about to drop a link in the comments. Should come through on Facebook and on YouTube for those that are watching on either of those systems. So you should be able to hit the link and follow it through. This is the first time I've done this, so I hope it works. If it doesn't work, someone let me know. But you should be able to enter and put, there's a few different things. It's just basic things like visiting the channel, visiting me on Instagram. If you do head over to Instagram, I'd love for you to hit that follow button. Heading over on Twitter, hitting follow over there. If you can, that'd be great. I think going to my Facebook page, a few of those basic things. If you do the lot, you get some bonus entries. Each of these things gets you a certain amount of entries. I'll be running a few prizes. At this stage, the prizes are going to be a free tax return, so individual tax return. We've got a $50 Amazon gift card and a $25 Amazon gift card. Now, if I can get more entries, I may even up those. I'm not 100% set on them, but they're what they are at this stage. So I'll be running that competition for the next week. So that competition, the giveaway, will run through until next Wednesday, right before the live. So this will run through to then, and then next week on the live, I'll announce the winners live on the show. So if you are watching tonight and you do go and enter that competition that's in the comments, then make sure you come back for next week's live and watch it there. And if you're watching this on replay, you can still enter. We've got a whole week this is going to be up for. So make sure you enter. You got a $50 Amazon gift card for nothing, for just supporting me. So it's a way to give back to my channel. So I hope that a few people do hit their entries. And then hopefully next week we can get more people back on here next week to do that giveaway. And giveaways are something I do want to do more often. I want to give back to my community. And if there are different ways that I can do that, obviously I try and give back through the value of what I'm doing and the content I'm creating and trying to answer topics that I know people are interested in. But I do like to give back to my community because I know I get that support back. So I really appreciate that. So make sure you do check that out. I will. So yeah, that's the link there. For anyone that does want to enter the giveaway, that would be awesome. It'd be great to see how many entries we can get during the show. So that would be awesome. So that's my way of giving back for those 1,000 people. 1,000 people. It's hard to get your head around that many people that have been interested enough in my content to not only watch it, but to then go and hit subscribe. So that's something that's, really, really means a lot to me. So I appreciate everyone's support. So like I said, tonight's topic is going to be talking about the 1,000 subscribers. So I've obviously briefly touched on it. So I can see a handful of you are here tonight, which is great to see. And the getting to 1,000 subscribers, I don't want this channel to be always focused on numbers, but I am a numbers person. So these things do help motivate me and does excite me is on that journey of growing is that numbers can help validate, okay, yep, I am getting more people watching. I'm getting my message out to more people. So trying to get that balance right of not getting caught up in the numbers. And that's something that is really important when I think if you do start a YouTube channel or anything, whether it's a business and that, not getting too caught up in the day-to-day numbers. But at the same time, these numbers can help you have ideas of what's going well. So I do want to talk about that journey and talk about why they've got there. And I'll get into all that. But that celebration of 1,000 subscribers, like I keep saying, it's not all about the numbers, but that is a significant milestone. 1,000 people was something I set myself out. Now, for those that do know the YouTube game, 1,000 subscribers is one of the things you do need to hit to monetization. So the other thing is watch hours. So you've got to get to 4,000 watch hours. Now, I'm not quite there yet. I will share some of that on my channel analytics. I'm going to go through some of the analytics a bit later on. But the 1K subscriber mark is a really common thing that people aim when they start a YouTube channel. So to get there in under 12 months is really good because I know others have toiled for 5 to 10 years to get to that figure. So I really appreciate anyone that's into YouTube and the effort that everyone puts into it because everyone's journey is different. There's some people that do one video and just like that, they hit the 1,000 subscribers within a month or so. And there's others that do journey at it for a long time. It depends what type of content you're making, how consistent, how much time you can dedicate it, what type of community you're building, what you're aiming to build. So everyone's journey is different. So me getting to 11 months doesn't mean that I'm better than someone that's done 2 years, and it doesn't mean that I'm worse than someone that's done it in 6 months. I think everyone's journey is completely different. Everyone's channel is different. And that's a cool part about YouTube and the community that I've been able to interact with and become involved in, that everyone is on a different journey and everyone has a different end goal. And that means that everyone's going to reach different milestones at different stages. And everyone's got different goals of what they want to hit along the way. So this was a big thing of mine. That's something that I wanted to do, was hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I was aiming for 12 months. I've hit it at 11, which is awesome. So the next, and I had changed that along the way. So when I first started the channel, that was the goal. Then I realized, okay, this is a lot harder than I thought to get subscribers. So at the start of the year, I was like, okay, hopefully we can get to 1,000 by the end of this year. So we've come in, nearly 5 months quicker than that. So that's been awesome that a revised goal has then been smashed and hit a lot quicker. So I'll talk about a bit of the journey to the 1K subscriber mark. So how have we got to this stage? So like I said, for those that were here right at the start of the video, I did the quiz. I started the channel in September 2020. So we were 11 months into that journey, and I started it as a way of providing content that I was getting asked all the time by clients. So clients would ask me the same questions. How do I start a business? Do I need an ABN? All these questions that I'd be asked all the time. And I thought, okay, well, if I make a video, I can have the conversation with the client and then go, by the way, here's a bit of a summary of what we discussed. Or the other way around, go, look, watch this. We'll have a phone call. We'll have a conversation. We'll have a meeting to go through that. So by starting with that idea, it was always value-based. It was like, okay, well, what can I do to provide value to people if I create content that's going to be answering questions that are common? So it started almost like a video of frequently asked questions. So I think that if you're starting a YouTube channel with your audience in mind from the start, I think that's always a great way to start. So Did have a comment here for Chris. Yeah, you've moved very quick, man. Well done. So I really appreciate your support personally. I appreciate everyone's support. And yeah, the journey has moved quick, and it definitely has moved at different paces throughout that. So that's something interesting. I go through the analytics to go, okay, sometimes you can be tracking like this, then you can go up like this, and then it can steady. And then there's days where you lose a subscriber. So for anyone that is thinking about starting a channel, it isn't just a exponential growth. You have ups and downs along the way. So yeah, that was the idea behind the channel was, okay, well, let's provide value to my existing clients. So, and then I also wanted to talk about things that maybe I didn't get to talk about in my business as much. Obviously, my business is tax-based, so I don't necessarily get to talk about personal finance because I'm not a financial planner, so I don't go and give day-to-day financial advice, but I can talk about general finance topics that I might not get to talk about in my business. So I wanted to talk about shares and investing from a high level, just some basics of what they are and some of my lessons I've learned money-wise, budgeting, all those things. So you'll see a lot of my earlier videos are on those topics. And then I end up getting to some crypto tax topics. So I've got quite a good community here that are involved in crypto here in Australia. So it's been cool to talk about that. And that's really, that's been another story, which I'll talk about soon with my business impact of it. But I've been able to talk about topics that are fun to me as well. So that was something that was really important, that I didn't want to just make videos just for the sake of trying to rank on YouTube and get views. I wanted to make videos I enjoyed making. So I've done videos talking about things in my personal life, so my engagement and the cost of planning a wedding. I've talked about financial decisions I've made that I would say are positives, and I've talked about the negative sides of that. I've talked about my journey of trying to grow the YouTube channel, talked about a few different social media things, talked about tax things. So talked about a range of different topics that's been really fun. And one of the really cool things I think about doing the channel has been when people have left comments and said, oh, could you talk about this? And going and doing a video and going, yeah, here it is. Or I've had people in person come up to me and say, oh, have you got a video on this topic? No, I don't, but I'll work on it, get it done, get it up, and go send them the link and go, here it is. So there's some of the cool things that I've been able to do through the channel. So, and then one of the other things that happened with the channel I just wasn't expecting is it's really brought a lot of business into my accounting business, which I obviously thought that was a potential thing, but I thought that was something that would happen in 2 to 3 years' time, not in the first 6 months. So the first 6 months, not a lot really come through there. Then in the last 6 months or last 5 months, things have really boomed in that part, especially to do with crypto tax. So things have really been a lot more successful when it comes to driving client revenue to me. So that's been great because it's been able to expand my client base and do what I love doing, and that's helping people with tax and accounting. It's not just been basic individual tax returns. I've had crypto tax returns, investing tax returns, and I've even picked up business clients. So that's been a really cool avenue and really has rewarded, I suppose, me for some of the work and hours I put into the channel. But the feedback I've got from those clients has been great. It's, oh, we watched one of your videos, we really liked it, really enjoy the content. We want to now go further in depth with you. So I feel like I've been able to provide real good value to people and then be able to then speak to them personally and learn more about them and provide real specific, valuable advice for their specific situation. So that's been really cool and really appreciate the support. And that's something that I really didn't expect, and it's really snowballed. And especially once we hit July, obviously with tax time, I've set up so many new clients, and so many of them have come from YouTube. So that's been a really cool thing about YouTube. So for those that are thinking about starting a channel, and I'd really recommend, it's one of the best things I think you can do, no matter what you're doing, whether it's just something on the side, which is obviously what this has started as, and hopefully as it grows, it'll become more of a part of my life. But I think it's such a great thing to do no matter what your interests are, whether it's going to be as like mine is the side to my business, and hopefully one day it will become level with my business. But if you're just doing it as a hobby, you love adventuring, you're going out hiking, you want to do that, or you're really into sport and you want to show your journey of learning new skills, or you're a chef and you want to show how you cook, or you want to do a makeup channel, or might just be a general daily vlog. I think it's such a great thing that builds so many different skills. So I've learned lots of basic video editing skills about software, hardware. I've learned about different marketing strategies when it comes to trying to grow a YouTube channel. How can you go from 0 subscribers? So that was one of my big things is, okay, well, I have 0 subscribers. How do I get to 1 subscriber, let alone 100, let alone 1,000? How do you do that? So that's been one of the cool things. And then you've got things like the confidence of speaking to people, speaking in front of a camera, doing lives. Like that's obviously built up my confidence in speaking to people. And obviously I do that every day with speaking to clients, but to go and do it on a live like I am tonight, where you don't have a script, there's no script here, there's no list of things, I'm making this up off as I go. So these are different skills that I think I've built. So I think just getting in front of a camera And putting a video on YouTube really can increase someone's confidence. So I think there's a lot of benefits to doing a channel. So that's some of the cool things that I think I've learned along the journey that I really think so many other people in so many different industries could learn and build skills that you can bring into your day-to-day personal life, into your business life, into your work life, into relationships with people. And then the other cool thing that you probably don't expect when you start this journey is the genuine friends that you make, the connections you make, the networking you have, Instagram DMs of talking to other YouTube creators, talking to people that just about tax things, crypto things. I've met a lot of good friends and stuff now that I talk to on a regular basis that I've met through having a YouTube channel and interacting with their channel. So that was one of the things that was really important to me in growing the channel, was going out there and engaging with other people that were trying to do the same thing, because they understood, talking to others that had 10 subscribers as well and going, what are their goals? And it's great to see some of them grow along the journey. And I see a lot of the ones that started a similar time to me are hitting that 1,000 subscriber goals at the same time. And then I've spoken to people that were there that little bit further in front of me that I now see have got 15, 20,000 subscribers, which is just so awesome to see, and now generating real genuine revenue from it and may have been able to cut back on some of their other employment. And then obviously seeing those channels that are bigger, the ones that got the 100, 200, 300,000 subscribers, and saying, wow, they started from a small base and over 4 or 5 years, look what they've built to. And then you see those next level, those millions of subscribers, you go, wow, you really understand the dedication that these people have put into their channels. And a lot of people have sometimes a bit of a bad stigma about people that have made money through online, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Instagram influencers and stuff like that. But then when they actually see the work that's involved, and I've had people say to me, oh, wow, I didn't realize how much time and how much effort goes into build to just to get to where you are, let alone where some of these other channels are. So that's been a really interesting thing. So I want to talk about what's next for the channel and what's next. And then I'm going to dive into some of the analytics and just go through some of that stuff. So what's next for the channel? Well, the first exciting thing is I set my goal that when I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I was going to get some more lighting. So at the moment, I've just got one ring light up there, and that's it. That's all the lighting I've got in here. So I'm hopefully going to look into that. So if anyone does have any suggestions on what type of lighting to get, let me know, because I'll hopefully order some this week. So whether it's some box lighting or something like that, just to try and get the ring light's great. It gives me like lighting just from there, but I want to try and get some more lighting to try and give a more balanced look across the whole shot. So, and the reason why that's going to play into is my goal is that once we hit monetization, I can start generating a bit more revenue from the channel, is then I'll be able to go and get a new camera. So at the moment for the videos, I use my iPhone, and for the lives, I've got the webcam up there that I bought. Hopefully get a proper actual camera. I think I'll get a mirrorless one. Again, I'm not an expert on these things, so I'm still getting some advice from a few friends and actually a few clients that work in the industry of video filming and stuff like that to get an idea of what's best. Obviously, I don't want anything too super fancy, but should be able to spend a little bit of money on getting a proper camera, learning that. And again, learning more skills and learning more about video editing and being able to do my videos consistently in 4K. So I've got my Mac over there now, so I can edit in 4K and doing those things just to improve the overall quality of the video. Quality of the video isn't as important as what people think when they first start out. I think, like I said, iPhone does a great job, gets my videos, I think they look quite good. But obviously I want to keep improving the things because I like to see that improvement in quality. So I love going back and watching those first handful of videos I did and seeing the video quality and seeing the editing improvements I made and the audio improvements and the video improvements, all those things that I've improved on to see the growth of the channel. So I want to be able to come back after another 100 videos when I get to 2,000 subscribers and see that. So there's some of the cool things. So yeah, Chris said I was keen to do a tech upgrade too. So yeah, I think it's really exciting as you grow the channel. And that was something I focused on over that first probably 10 to 15 videos of going, okay, well, if I can improve on one thing on the channel, it could be a bit of hardware, it could be a bit of software, it could be an editing thing. Just improving one thing each video or every couple of videos was something that was really important to me. So if you go watch the first video, I was literally sitting at my desk at my old house. There was stuff everywhere. The next video, I go, okay, if I just move some of these things, it makes the backdrop look better. Within a few weeks, I switched rooms and went to that. I added a light. I added a microphone. I've changed microphones. I changed color editing in the video. So I did some audio editing. Each of these weren't done in one video. It wasn't like video one was this level and then video two was all the way up here. You grow over time and you change over time. So that was one of the cool things about doing tech upgrades and software updates and editing upgrades as you go, is you get to see that journey across, and it's not just a straight up. You stagnate at times, or you might be doing the same thing, and then you bring something new into your videos. And that's something I've done with the lives. Even the lives from the first one, they've obviously improved in quality. Now I've got things I want to change with that, and I want to upgrade to subscription so I can stream in high definition if my internet will allow. But things like that. So I think upgrading as you go is a really cool thing. So that's some of the what's next for the channel. So that's some of where I'm at. What I'm going to do is to try and jump into my analytics here and go through some of that. So you can kind of, I haven't really shared a lot of that for a while. So it'll be interesting for me to, hopefully this all works, jump in and go through some of the analytics of the channel of how it's all come to where it's got to be. So yeah, so as you can see over the last 365 days, so I've had 43,768 views, which is insane to think about when you think that many people have watched some of my videos. So sometimes I do struggle to get my head around some of that. So it's crazy numbers. So 3.2 thousand watch hours. Now, few of those were when I trialed. As you can see, there's a spike, I think here in January, early January, where I tried some YouTube ads. So some of them don't count towards the monetization goal, but I've got the 1,000 subscribers there. So this is the chart of the views. So as you can see, is we started back here right at the start of September. So September 7, I think. There we go. That was the first date. And you can see it's been quite an interesting journey, that it's not just a straight line up like that. We've had spikes. Obviously, those ads are a little bit annoying, so I might change some views in a minute. We can see we had spikes here, and then we've had a drop-off. We've had a bit more of a spike, and we're having a bit of a drop-off again. So I'll jump into them in a little bit more detail. So the top videos during that time. So we can go here, and we've got the top 10 videos. So yeah, Chris, look at those stats, love them. Yeah, I do like watching some of your stats, and this might be a bit more for the YouTubers out there, but some of the stats are cool to go through. So these are the top videos. So that I've got how does tax work on cryptocurrency. So that got 13,500 views, which is just crazy to think about. That's definitely boosted the channel. A recent video, so from the 4th of July, from just over a month ago, over 4,000 views on how to maximize your tax return. We've got other crypto. A lot of the tax-based ones. There were a few down here that are outliers that I did use some ads on that I wouldn't go back and do. So yeah, you can see that a lot of the tax-based videos are doing quite well, and some of those things there. So then we've got the reach stuff. So when that one loads, so over nearly 450,000 impressions. So that's crazy. That's people that have scrolled past the videos and stuff like that. Click-through rate's 5.8%. Again, I'm not quite sure what that means as far as whether that's good from a YouTube point of view or not, but it is what it is. Then we've got the traffic sources, which has been quite interesting, has changed over time. So we're now sitting at 40% from YouTube search, which is something I kind of changed the channel. I thought, okay, I really want to focus on search, because initially a lot of the views I was getting was external. So if we did go back to an earlier month, you'd see that. And you can see that now browse features and suggested videos and YouTube search are what's bringing it in, which has been really cool. So yeah, there's been quite a few, 40% from YouTube search. You can see a lot of it is crypto tax based. So we then have engagement, which is the watch hours, view duration. So I'm trying to get that up, trying to get longer videos, all that kind of stuff. I won't worry about too much about that, but I will jump into some of the more advanced stuff here. One thing I did want to touch on was the number of videos I've done. So I think this is video, if we include the lives as well, I believe this might be video 96, I think, from the top of my head. So between the lives and the normal video. So you can see it's not just go and do one video and you're going to get the thing. 96 times I've had to sit in front of this camera and produce content. So that's been a really interesting thing along the journey. So yeah, these are the views. I'll take all of the group them, and we'll look at the watch hours, because that's probably a better metric to look at. But while that loads, you'll see when that loads, it's not just a straight line journey, and you can see you have times where things are going well and the channel performs really well, and then you have times where it does drop off. So you can see I will just do one more filter here so I can take off the YouTube ad stuff. But that's been something I've really found quite interesting, and something that can struggle a little bit with motivation is when you see that, okay, you have a real peak and you think, oh, it's going to keep growing, it's going to keep growing, I'm going to continue to get this many views or this many watch hours or this many subscribers each day, and then it does drop off, and then you go, oh, okay, well, what do I need to do? And you don't want to get caught up in the analytics, and I was too much early on in the journey and going, oh, this isn't working, how do I improve, and just constantly look at them. But they are something that is good to analyze, to see what types of videos work or where people are dropping off in your videos and all those kind of things. So while this one loads up, that is something I have found quite interesting along the way of, okay, well, this isn't going to be just a smooth sailing journey. And you do have people unsubscribe. There are going to be days where you lose subscribers, and that is an interesting thing. So you'll see here, if I go, this might look a little bit better if we group it by week. So this is my watch hours by week. So it is quite interesting to see how that's worked over time. But the main reason I want to show this is to show that no matter what task you're doing, whether it's running a business or trying to improve your fitness and trying to improve your running or anything like that, you are going to have highs and you're going to have lows. So if you have a look here so obviously when I started, we had nothing. So the first week of doing the channel here, we had 11 watch hours. So at the time I thought, wow, that's crazy, over an hour a day. And you see nothing really changed too much in those first, that's 3 months into the journey here, and we're still only talking between 10 to 20 watch hours a week. So things didn't really change, and then they dipped back again Christmas time. So we had 11.8 hours Christmas time. We started with 11.81. So 3.5 months into the journey, I was still getting the same amount of watch hours for the week as I was at the start. So that's something to go to people that, look, you're not always going to see a growth really quickly. I had one video that did quite well there, then we dipped down again. And so this is probably the low point of the channel, that at the start of February, we were down to 9.62 watch hours for the week. And I think on one of those days, I had 0.4 watch hours for the day. So this is after doing YouTube, for nearly 6 months, like 5 months of doing the channel. And I'm at the stage where I'm only getting just over an hour watch time a day. Now, to get to that monetization goal, I think it works out to be about 11 hours a day. So I was nowhere near that, nearly 5 months in, and thinking, well, this channel isn't going anywhere, but let's just keep pumping out content. Let's keep making content. And it was around that time, quite interesting. I think it was actually around the 12th of February, 13th of February, it might have been on my birthday, that I released the How Does Tax Work on Cryptocurrencies. And that video didn't start off great, but it started, and next minute you see the growth from having one go well, and it was all about getting that one video to just get some traction. You can see some of this started to grow, and suddenly by the end of March, so just a couple months later, we're up to 56 watch hours a week. And then it started to grow and grow, and we hit this peak up here in May, start of May. So 3 months after that low in February, we're up to 177 watch hours a week, which was just crazy. And you can see then it did drop back down again here. And then we had another gross come tax time. So the highest week we had here was only a couple of weeks ago, and we had 192 watch hours for the week. Now it has dropped down again a bit, but that's been a really interesting journey, that you can go from, wow, like 11, 3 months later, we're doing hundreds. So that's been what's been really cool, I think, is to go, well, and really humbling to go, wow, look, that's a lot of people watching and spending hours on my video, 192. I think that week it was close to 25 to 30 a day of watch hours. And that's so much more than what I was getting initially. But it was just a journey of how it works, and things change over time. So that's been really cool to analyze and see how that's worked over time. So I did have another comment here. So YouTube takes subs away. I and others are constantly resubbing channels. Yeah, so there is some interesting stuff that happens with YouTube and trying to get your head around subscribers. I think we'll try and work my way around the analytics. I do apologize. My internet is incredibly slow. So when I do want to show, but yeah, that was something I was only talking about last night, is that you have what you think are going to be wrong one. You have your subscribers, but I haven't just gained 1,000 subscribers over time. I've gained well over 1,000, but then you lose subscribers. And some of that is YouTube. So I've had, 1,004 subscribers in total that I currently have, but I've actually gained 1,169 and lost 165 along that time. So it's not just you gain subscribers and it's just going to keep going up. There are days where it drops off. So that's the reality of the YouTube game, and that's one of the interesting things, is that you do lose subscribers. And I probably can show it better, I think, on one of these video. Yeah, so you'll see there's days where we drop into the negatives. So I think that day there was -4 subscribers on the 15th of November. So that was a bit of, and I think that was around about the time I was getting close to 1,000 subscribers. To 100 subscribers. So I think I went from 100 subscribers and dropped back to 96, and that was a real like, oh wow, like is this how it's going to work? Like, so it does go up and down. So got one from here from Brad. So congrats again on hitting the 1,000 mark. 100. I really appreciate yet another person that supported me along the way. Go and check out his channel. There's some great financial planning style content talking about a little bit more to do with that side of things, but there's some really great content on his channel around super and things like that, and quite often good updates on there about changes that are happening in those things. So highly recommend going over and checking out Brad's channel. So yeah, that's a little bit of the analytics. So as you can see, it's definitely it's a journey that's going to go up and down. I'm sure it's going to do that. The watch hours, so I think I can, the monetization, I think I'm at, about 3,100 hours when it comes to that. So hopefully we will hit that soon. And that's the goal, is to then obviously start generating some money back into the channel, purely so I can then reinvest in doing more things for the channel. So you'll probably have noticed that some of the thumbnails have started to improve. So I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. So I've been able to finally generate a little bit of money from some affiliate stuff, and obviously with tax time, to then pay someone to do some of those new thumbnails for me. So tonight's live has the first of the new live template. So that's been really cool to be able to put some money back into the channel to reinvest on it and to make it look better and hopefully improve. Obviously, some of these things hopefully will improve click-through rates and get more people coming through the channel. So they're some of the cool things that I'm attempting to do to help grow the channel. So I will just chuck back in the comments for those that have joined partway through. So I'll retouch on that before I wrap things up. So we're doing a giveaway. So I've announced the giveaway tonight. I'll be promoting it on my socials, but doing a giveaway. So we're going to give away a free tax return for an individual tax return and a couple of Amazon gift cards, so a $50 one and a $25 one. Like I said, the more people that join, hopefully I might be able to up some of those prizes. Obviously, I will be announcing the winners live on next week's show. So next night. So make sure you stay tuned for that, where I'll announce the winners live. So there'll be times I'll keep promoting these links. You'll be able to join that at any time. It's really easy. You just click a few links and check out some of my other socials. Give me a follow on them if you can. That'll be great. And then I'll announce that giveaway next week. So I appreciate everyone's support. This has really been a way for me to say thank you to everyone, because I really appreciate your support. Obviously, onwards, we want to keep growing the channel, getting more people over here, getting more views, getting more subscribers. Because the more subscribers, hopefully the more people the videos go out to, the more people that view, the bigger the community grows, and then the more we can give back to the community, and hopefully things will start to grow within that community, that people will meet other people like I've met in other people's communities, other people, and created more friendships and those kind of things, and networking and business opportunities and all those cool things that happen. So if anyone is watching, as I said before, the best way for you can support me is watch more of the videos, get that watch time up, go and watch those videos, watch some of the replays of some of the lives you missed, because all those things really help. Keep providing me with suggestions on what you want to see the content around, because that definitely gives me ideas. I want to make videos that people are interested in seeing, because at the end of the day, I don't want to do a video that's just not interesting to people. If you've got topics you want me to cover, make sure you suggest them, so that way I can make topics on those things. So I appreciate everyone that's joined tonight's live. Really appreciate everyone that keeps coming back week in, week out. Hopefully have another video come out Sunday. See us back here next Wednesday for the giveaway. I'll be doing it live. And I appreciate everyone joining tonight. I'll talk to you again soon.